Hi, in this short video I would like to talk about why it is a really good idea to think about a home birth after a hospital birth. So especially now in these days when there are so many restrictions in the hospital and you're pregnant with your second, third child, maybe your fourth child, you might think like, wouldn't it be nicer to just stay at home and not needing to go all through the testing and maybe the hassle of not being able to bring the doula and the husband to the hospital, whatever kind of issues might be there in September 2021. So maybe the thought comes up, maybe a home birth. So I would like to help you in that decision. So there might be doubts that you say like, you know what, I'm not really sure because I needed so much help during my first birth or my second, third birth in the hospital. There was so much that around me. I needed so much monitoring, support, my vital signs were checked. The baby was monitored the whole time. I needed to lay down. I needed to get certain medications like perfusions with just like actually liquid because they weren't really okay that I drink and eat all the time. I just felt a kind of sick because I had to wear these hospital things, the hospital clothes, and just they put me in a wheelchair when I had to go somewhere else. And maybe you just felt a kind of helpless and not so empowered. And this, of course, still makes you feel right now like, am I actually be able to give birth at home on my own? So the thing is, you always gave birth by yourself. Even there was help from outside, it was always you. Giving birth puts people, women, into pretty lonely places sometimes. Everything seems to be like around you, like help and support and doing, but you are still the mom of that child and you are giving birth of that baby. Whether it's a C-section or a vaginal birth or maybe a forceps or a vacuum birth, you at the end have been giving birth. And please never feel like that right was taken from you just because you had so many doctors and nurses and midwives around you who were just like making you maybe feel a kind of helpless and maybe not able to give birth. It's really important. I wish so much that you still feel empowered and able to give birth. Like vaginal birth after C-section will definitely be another video. I'm not talking about this here specifically, so please wait for that one. So you might also feel like there was not so much time and you might have been like a kind of too slow for giving birth. Because they pressured you, like saying, we need to get that baby out now, we need to give you an Pitocin infusion, like that's like synthetic oxytocin to make your birth faster. Big question if it really makes it faster, but it enhances contractions artificially. Or maybe you were induced because they said the baby's not coming out, it needs to come now because we're like 5, 6, 7 days or maybe 10 days overdue. All these things might really sit heavy on your shoulders, and I'm super encouraging you to talk with midwives or doulas or with me about your birth experience that you had. And then it is really good to just like, oh, okay, all of that just happened because there was no time from the hospital. That's why I need to get that Pitocin. That's why I had so much pain. That's why I needed the epidural. That's why I was just forced to lay down. That's why my baby couldn't really go through my pelvis. That's why I needed to get a vacuum birth. That's why my baby was taken away to the pediatricians and I couldn't hold him or her immediately. So all these things make a lot of sense if you sit down with somebody explaining cause and effect of hospital births. What I can tell you is if you give birth at home, first of all, you have the absolute freedom to do whatever you want. You can walk, you can squat, you can be in the bathtub, you can sit on the toilet, you can be alone, you can be in the bed, you can sleep, you can have breaks. You can eat, you can drink, you can kiss, you can be extremely intimate with your partner. You can laugh, you can listen to music, you can use aromatherapy, you can use whatever kind of healing modalities you have, craniosacral therapy, inner dance, osteopathy, homeopathy. There's so much out there, and you can use it all. You can work with crystals, you can call in your spirit guides, everything you want. It's your birth, it's your place. And we are visitors as home birth midwives and doulas who are coming home. We are actually extremely happy to be there. It's by invitation, you know. Birth is so sacred. We should be actually invited. So yeah, it's really beautiful. I had a conversation yesterday with a friend. She said, like, you know, I have like this, I got a place in a really, really good alternative hospital, and I'm so blessed that I can give birth there. But because of the COVID restrictions right now, I'm not really able to meet the midwife team there. And I really feel I actually want to do a home birth because I want to know the people who are there for my birth. I don't want to just like show up and I don't know who's going to be there. And I said, like, oh my God, it is so amazing. It is so true. Why has it become so normal to us that we accept on one of the most important days of our lives that we might not know the staff around us in the hospital? There's chances that we don't know that the OBGYN is on holidays, that the nurses we've never seen before, that there are midwife students also around, all these things. So especially in Germany, if you go into a hospital, you don't know who's there. There's not these arrangements that you might have before with certain doctors or something that you might have here in the Philippines or in the US or in other countries. So I said, like, congratulations, it's amazing. You are following your heart. You are following a really, really good path here. You want to be comfortable with the people around. So the emotional support that you get from people that you know is worth so much. For example, you can also say, in my last birth I needed painkillers, so I was not able to give birth out of my own strength. So I told you already the scenario, if you have been induced or they said like the labor needs to progress faster and all these things, when they do interventions in the hospital, it might cause more pain. So a painkiller is very often the effect of that cause. But the emotional support that you get from a midwife on your side, from your partner on your side, who does not feel as helpless as he might have felt in the hospital because it's his place. He knows also the birthing team. This can help you through the contractions so well. It really can help you to go over these humps and to go into the next phase of birth easier, and to give you really the strength, the power, the emotional support, the self-confidence that you and your baby can do it. Also, the baby is way more in the focus at home. We tend to forget a little bit that this is an individual with its own character. And in the hospital, because of standards, because they are very standardized institutions, they do every time the same with every woman, because they have to. They don't know you. They cannot do individual, I don't know, like they cannot treat you individually as much because they have so many women that they need to take care of. So where was I going with that? It doesn't matter. I think you get the point. I'm very passionate about that, I guess you know. Massages at home play a super big role. Breathing, like you can express yourself with breathing. The midwife, the partner can breathe with you. As I said, you can really help your partner as well to, if he has been a kind of traumatized during the first birth, that he heals that. It's not only you that can heal, and you will understand, oh my God, I can give birth by myself, which gives you so much strength. It's going to be an absolute game changer in all situations in your life, because you gave birth naturally. And like gently and without a lot of medications and interventions and things. And for your partner as well, he will heal. He will see like what women are capable of. A new man will be born after seeing a woman giving birth at home. And and I think this is a very, very important part. Like we change so much, and also for the child, of course, it is so much nicer to be born at home. You know, it's like really sweet. You can look at all the other videos I did about birthing, and I always come back also to the child-led birthing. The baby should really be in focus, and you should say like, where is the best place for you to be born? If we think about that, I'm healthy, you are healthy, and I have a good birthing team, wouldn't it be at home? Own microbes, own environment, no taking away from anyone. The baby goes straight into mom's arms. The birthing team is absolutely skilled in any kind of emergency situations to help to react. Us home birth midwives, we are not irresponsible people. We are extremely responsible. Very important to understand that. So I think these are the things. Probably there's way more to talk about, but I would love, you can reach out to me. I would love to hear questions. You can comment below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Your Midwife Hour. I'm also on Linktree, Your Midwife Hour, or on Instagram. I have a homepage, yourmidwifehour.com. So feel free to contact me, and I'm very happy to hear from you. Okay, bye-bye. Take care, you all. Much love.